Welcome back to another Backpage Gaming video. Today we are looking at the brand new second Inform Jude Bellingham. He has got a tasty little card. Probably one of the best budget beasts we've got. Robbie's going to be asking me some questions. I'm going to take you through the end card, what I thought of him, and how much was he worth in this team. Robbie, take it away.
Absolutely, Jack. It's worth pointing out as well, I don't know if you remember at the start of FIFA 22 when the premium or featured team of the week got announced, and Bellingham was like the example that they gave.
Yep.
And he didn't get the featured one on his first Inform.
No.
And the stats aren't the same as what they showed on that one as well, so they've just got a bit rogue. They're pretty
Classic,
similar, but yeah. I mean, yeah, you can't explain it, can you, really? No. But he looks like a pretty tidy card, to be honest with you. Coming in right now, about 20,000 coins, which isn't too bad at all. He looks like a tidy player, as I've said. Have you used any of his other cards, Jack, or is this your first time using him?
Believe it or not, I've actually used his normal and his Inform. Well, I'm a bit.
Really?
I seem to have found myself in Jude Bellingham quite a lot. Not in Jude. Not that.
I found he was 18.
I found him in my team quite often somehow.
Yeah.
You know, almost through not trying, because I had his 82 red, and I just used his normal at the start of the game. So I already know kind of what he's about, and I think this card kind of epitomises what you said at the start, Rob. He's a tidy player. For me, he's not going to be one that scores you goals, or, you know, is the world's best defender, or is the world's, you know, I'd say his best asset is probably just, it keeps the game ticking over.
Yeah.
Which can sometimes be something that you don't always think about maybe in FIFA, you know. You need that type of player that, you know, can dictate the play a little bit. You can slow down with him. He's not the fastest guy, so you're not going to be running, you know, he's not as fast as Vinicius. He's not going to be running in behind or doing any crazy skill runs, because obviously he's only got 3-star, which is a bit of a, you know, bit of a shit thing, but I'd say he's quite a tidy player. He controls the tempo quite well. I'd say he's kind of like a bit of a jack of all trades, master of none.
I can definitely see that, to be fair.
To an extreme, perhaps, It's a shame in a way, but I'm excited for the cards that we're probably going to get of him in the future.
Use him as like a wide centre mid and a full 1-2-2, I'm guessing.
That is the exact position that I used him in. I
think that is the role for him.
I don't know. I don't think so, to be honest with you.
Okay. More of a CDM?
I think with hindsight, I played 7 games with him, so I feel like I've got a pretty good idea of what he's about. I think he is more of a CDM. The stay back one, that is. His dribbling, I don't think is as good as it suggests, to be perfectly honest with you.
Good, actually.
I think it comes from being 6'1" and high and average plus. For his body type, he doesn't feel bad, but I would say he feels a little bit clunky.
What does the plus do on that? Any idea?
No clue at all. No, unknown. Probably something about being a real player, maybe a real person.
Oh, they're all real players.
Well, you know,
like the model.
It's not just a random, like, you know, it could have been plucked out of pro clubs or something, not like that.
Right, okay.
But yeah, his dribbling, I don't think it's as good as it suggests, which is a bit of a shame. You know, you may be thinking like, oh, maybe he'll feel like Milinkovic or Fofana or something. You know, these big lads that have got tidy little feet, you know, they've got 2 little dancing feet, but no, old Jude, it's not bad by any means. I used an engine on him as well, so I really did expect him to feel good, but no, he's all right. I think that's kind of, you know, I wasn't expecting to be blown away by the card, and I don't think I was, to be honest.
One thing that is huge for like a box-to-box centre mid, and one that's not particularly expensive, 93 stamina is very
huge.
Good.
It's really good. Like I say, I think it's something that sometimes you know we forget about as to how important it is. I wish there was a chem start that boosted. That would be sick.
That would.
But I must say, when you know using him, you can really feel the 86 aggression, which is something that you don't always notice. You know, sometimes it's just in the background doing, you know, AI stuff. But with him, he seems to chase down the ball. He's got place for the badge trait, which is a huge part of me liking a player. His strength, you noticed it obviously with the beddy type. Oh my god, I'm doing things in beds. I don't know. I'm getting sus. I didn't even mean to say that. His body type with the strength, and you know, I think he's a really good starter team. Like hero. He'd be an absolute hero in a starter team.
Yeah, if you just picked up the game looking for a 7-minute type.
Exactly. I think 20k. You can't really go wrong, to be fair, with what he's about. I will say one thing that did it disappoint. It's difficult, you know, when he's got like 76 finishing, 79 positioning, only 82 shot power. Is it fair to say that his shooting disappointed me? I don't know.
I suppose you don't expect it to be good, though, do you?
No. And it didn't surprise me because it wasn't.
Yeah.
He scored a goal for me, popped up with 2 assists as well.
Yeah.
He's got a tidy pass on him, really nice pass on him. But his shooting is something that I think is what leaves little to be desired. If you're using him box to box.
Yeah, you don't want the chances to fall to him.
He had a really good chance on his left foot, on his 4-star weak foot, and he did hit the post, and it was a chance that you'd kind of expect to bury.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, maybe Hunter could also be a good shout in terms of Chem style, but it's something that we'll touch on a little later. Pace though, Rob, was one thing that he felt like an 80 pace card. He didn't feel he felt
slow.
pretty. No, he didn't feel slow at all. I think he reminded me of like a Pogba type of player.
The height in the body type, I think.
Yeah. If this guy was like a little short king like Barella or something, I think he'd be really, really good.
Really?
It's a shame. Yeah, it's a shame that I think body type and height can really change how a card feels.
Yeah.
Just because they're tall doesn't mean they're less agile than someone that's small. It's down to the player, isn't it? But I think the perfect explanation, really, Rob, for this card is Jack of all trades, master of none. He's a good card. He's a very good starter card, but I don't think he's going to set the world alight.
Yeah, I know what you mean. What do you mean your favourite thing about him?
Favourite thing, probably it was just how he kind of just kept the game going. I know it's a difficult thing to describe. You probably you all know it if you play
exactly
FIFA.
What you mean, yeah.
The player that can recycle possession for you really well. He's okay on the ball. He's got a good pass on him.
Yeah.
His shooting is it's not shocking. I still scored a decent goal with him. If you green time everything, you'll be probably be okay. But he can kind of just do everything for you, and you don't need to worry about him not being able to do something. And mainly the recycling possession. That's why I think at CDM he'd be really good. He's got very long legs as well. Very long legs. He's got long legs, Drake. Yeah. Reminded me of like Patty V legs almost, which is a lovely compliment.
I don't know why. When you said Pav, I was expecting you to say Pamela Anderson. I don't know why.
No, not Pamela Anderson legs. Patrick Vieira, two very similar people.
Yeah.
Both amazing legs, but for me, it's got to be Patrick. So I think CDM, in hindsight, after having tried him out, he is better there. Yeah. I did shift him there for the 2 last games at half time in both of them, and he did. I think because he didn't really have to do anything. Almost, he kind of just stands there and defends and does his job. He doesn't do anything exciting. I think that's where he's best employed, perhaps.
Love it. Yeah. So I suppose without further ado, why don't you take us on to the end card? Let's see what you give it.
Well, 7.5.
Yeah.
Right. He's a good card.
Well, not middle of the road, obviously, but
yeah,
very, very solid for a 20k card. You don't really expect much.
Yeah.
A question I will ask then, in terms of value, we'll touch on value quickly.
10.
A 10, right? Because I was thinking, players like Llorente and Goretzka are at a similar sort of price. How does he compare to them?
I think he's better than Goretzka.
Really?
But I think Llorente shits on him.
Okay.
So maybe it's not a 10 out of 10 for value, actually. No, I'm going to shift that right down. I didn't really think about that. I'm still going to give him a decent rating, though, because he is a Dortmund in second in form.
Yeah.
And he is going to hold some value just because of that. Yeah. I'm going to shift it down to a 7, I think. I think that's
quite the big shift, yeah.
Yeah, Marcus Llorente is much better than him.
Yeah.
Goretzka, I don't think his world's better than him, though. Probably, maybe a little bit, but not enough for me to really think about it.
Yeah. Would you take him red, quickly?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. A little fun one, isn't it, for icon swaps objectives.
I'd rather get a nice Theo Hernandez red to replace my current one, because this one's got a dynamic picture.
Don't make me angry. If you get him again, I'll be furious.
I will weep with happiness. But yeah, best chem style for old Judy boy. I'd say Engine or Shadow if you've got a bit more coins to spend if you are using him solely at CDM.
Hunter maybe for centre.
Hunter if you're wanting to use him in box to box, but like I say, I think he's best employed as a CDM. Whether it be a lone one or with somebody else, I think you'll be alright either way. Best links, now this is where he really does excel. He's got some fantastic starter team links, especially. I've gone for the one to watch Marlon.
Yeah.
That's a really, really good looking card. And he's also quite cheap. He's only 13k.
Yeah.
For a live card, if he gets an Inform, that guy's going to shoot up to about 40k or something, I bet.
Yeah.
Really nice card. The Collins Winter Wonderland Winter Wild card.
Best centre back I've used. What a boy. What a boy.
He's an absolute little beastie boy, isn't he?
Yeah.
Really, really good. And then Schultz, yeah. Like I say, Bellingham, they're all quite cheap. I mean, there's another one that I couldn't fit in, would be Reece Oxford, probably.
Oh, that's a good one. I forgot about him. Yeah, he's English, isn't he?
Yeah, really good strong link.
Yeah.
And obviously, he has got value in just the English link generally.
Yeah, he's not so hybrid, isn't it?
Yeah. He is, yeah. So I think in the future, when he gets some sort of naughty special card, he's going to be really, really good.
Yeah. So I suppose
give
the
him
main
4-star as well, please.
Yeah. That'd be a FUT birthday Bellingham or something like that. So I suppose the main positive is that he is like usable at this stage, which means when he does get a big stat boost, that he is going to feel even better because he has the baseline, if you will.
Yeah, he's kind of I know exactly what it means. To be fair, it's like he feels like a good player. Yeah, he's not going to be like a silver player boost up to a team of the season where I always think there's some juju shit going on around there. But
sussy,
but yes, that's been Jude Bellingham, lads. If you've liked the review, make sure to drop a like down below. Make sure to subscribe. We are very, very close to 2,000 subscribers.
Insane.
Any final quips, Robbie?
Did he ring your Bellingham?
I mean, yeah, he did. Not too much, but enough to
a little tingle.
Enough to wet the whistle. Yeah.
Wet the whistle.
Anyway, there we go. I've been Jack.
I've been Robbie.
And we've been Backpage Gaming. We will see you in the next one.
See you later.